the stream, Timmy.
Yeah, let's go. Timmy, how have you been?
Yo, yo, yo. I've been, yeah, couldn't be worse. Yeah.
Oh man, don't say that. Don't say that. You're vertical. You're in one of the best hipster cities in the world. It can't be anything. It can't be anything.
At least I'm not a, newborn in Gaza, so I guess I'm doing pretty well.
Or no, I won't go that far. Come on, no.
Just saying.
You can name any country. Okay, most of these countries are all shitholes anyway. We won't name them though, but I think people know which ones are which. Yeah, I consider majority of countries shitholes, but they're all my friends. Speaking of shitholes, the NFL. I mean, this was this weekend and yesterday, and some just great games. I mean, I'm a 49ers, San Francisco 49ers fan. They beat the Eagles like at the last moment. I'm a huge Bears fan. They beat their rivalry, Green Bay Packers, last moment, phenomenal game. And then, of course, my dynasty, the only team, the New England Patriots beat what is it? The Los Angeles, and that was a great game too. So everything's going according to plan in my book for the NFL. We're going to have some great games. The other thing, real quick, the Australian Open in Melbourne,
yes,
is on right now. So that's the big four. So you have Wimbledon, you got the U.S. Open, you got the French Open, and you got the Aussie Open. And the Aussie Open's going on right now. Great stuff. I've been watching it on YouTube, Tennis Channel on YouTube. Okay, so I don't have TV when I fly around, so I've been watching it on YouTube. Great stuff. So there's been a lot.
You can watch the stuff on
well,
YouTube.
I subscribe to tennis. I subscribe to Tennis TV. Okay, and some great stuff. So I mean,
how much does it cost to subscribe to Tennis TV?
About $60 a month. But I'm like other than golf, tennis, and football, unfortunately basketball too. Unfortunately, basketball playoffs. That's about that's what I typically watch. So my life is pretty much.
What about soccer? Do you watch soccer?
I used to play soccer at
college.
Okay.
Nice.
Do I watch it? I'd rather watch grass grow. Okay.
How about watching paint dry?
I'd rather watch paint. It's so boring. It all depends on your goalie, how good he is, and a couple of players, and it depends on penalty kicks, like hockey. It's like if you have a penalty, if you can't score on a penalty, guys in the penalty box, then it's not worth it. But
at least it's like when the soccer game is going on, you're actually watching the game. But like American football, I don't understand it. It's like 15 minutes of the game, and there's like a 5-minute break every 10 seconds.
Oh, I love it. There's a lot of strategy because there's coaching involved, and believe it or not, the quarterback is really key in they made it that the quarterback is everything in NFL football. So
I guess it's like it's like strategy. It's like they make a 10-second play. Sometimes it's like less than 5 seconds, and then the game stops, and then everybody hustles together. They make new plan, and then
nothing like a bunch of 300-pound guys hitting each other as hard as they can so they kill each other.
Whereas soccer, there's no breaks. Once it's on, there's no commercial breaks. It goes for 45 minutes nonstop. Sometimes there's an overtime even, so it goes even longer. But I understand, like, there's not as much scoring as in football as in basketball.
I love it, and I'm a big New England sports fan. We're total assholes when it comes to our sports because we've been so spoiled. We like the New England Patriots have had a dynasty for have won like six Super Bowls in like 20 years. They suck for about 5 years, and all of a sudden we get this quarterback that's like 22 years old, and he's just awesome. And then the Bears, I mean, since the 85 Bears, oh my God, their quarterback is just like incredible too. And then 49ers have always been fucking good, okay? And they just haven't gone over the hump. So their coach and everything is just outstanding. So I really watch football all the time. I watch it all the time. I watch it all the time.
We were watching the football game when we were out in Philly, actually, because it was what is it? The Eagles
The
were
Eagles against
playing
the
South
49ers.
California.
Yes, San
Yeah,
Francisco
we were
49ers.
watching it. We were watching it at the Japanese bar,
Yeah,
drinking
The Eagles won.
vodka sodas, and
The Eagles won the Super Bowl. I'm surprised they got one and out. I mean, but because
right. That was a really big disappointment because like I don't have a team that
oh yeah, you do. You
that
have
I
the
like.
Browns. You got the
Oh
Browns. You
yeah, the
said
Browns. That's right. That's
they
right.
suck.
Actually,
They got the
take me
Browns.
to the
They suck.
dog pound. But well, yeah, that's my kind of
Yeah, you got the
team because
Browns.
I don't know sports. That's why that's my team of
Yeah,
choice.
that's
But
right. Well, that's was it PG's or whatever. So that's his team too. I mean, there's Cleveland. Cleveland
yeah,
is like the Rodney Dangerfield of sports. Okay, so I
yeah,
mean they've got sports teams, which is incredible because it's a smaller city, great little city, especially now. But their teams really don't do well. Basketball's doing okay though this year. Basketball's doing okay. A couple of years they had LeBron James because he's from that area, so they won in the NBA. But anyway, that's sports talk.
yeah.
What else? I'm in
Well,
Miami.
how do you watch tennis? Is there that's
Oh,
tennis? Is
tennis is
there tennis
outstanding.
TV?
Well, you met my
You
cousin.
said tennis TV. Is that
Yeah. I mean, my
is
cousin
there
and I,
tennis TV or is that was the $60 per month? Sorry,
$60 per month. Yeah.
$60 per
Tennis
month.
stations,
That's
tennis.
probably the best sport out there because it's
Well,
good balance between.
it used to be really aristocratic. Like some of these sports, like some of these clubs I belong to, you still have to wear white. Okay, and
Right.
which is ridiculous. And you need a collar, which
Mhm.
is a couple of them have laxed that, but you still need to wear white. And the reason why I always wanted to know this is they don't want to see like when women.
Respectful. What is this? People showing up, in their gym clothing to
Yeah,
everything nowadays.
exactly,
It's fucking
exactly.
ridiculous.
Exactly. So, but the reason why they wear white is because they don't want to see the sweat underneath your armpits, or like chicks with their boobs
Yeah.
when they sweat, they don't want to
Yeah.
see their boobs have like perspiration on their outfit. So white covers that up. That's what
Really?
Yeah.
What about the black? Does the black is too hot
No,
though, I
then
think, in the summer out in
black
the
you can see it. You can see like sweat. White you can't see as bad. So
I'm
that's the
learning
reason why
something
I
new.
learned that the hard way. I learned that the hard way because I asked somebody the question who was like the head of, I don't know, fancy club, and they kind of oh, you didn't know that sort of thing. It's like, oh, blah blah blah. You didn't know that? It's like, come on, give me a fucking break. But yeah, white.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't show perspiration.
I'm not afraid to admit when I don't know something.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that.
Not everybody knows everything in the world. I mean, there's some
Yeah.
people acting like they know everything. Nobody
that's
knows
me.
anything.
I
Everybody's
think I know.
stupid and they're smart.
I think I know everything.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. So Timmy, what did you run today or do anything exciting?
I ran yesterday.
Okay,
No, it was a good day,
how many
and
miles?
I went out. I was gonna do a 3 miler, but I was feeling good. The weather was good. I did 6 miles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. I can do that in walking. I don't know if I could do that running. I can
Mhm.
easily do it walking. I can't do it running though.
Yeah, I ran the
that's
6 miles
impressive. Yeah,
because you know what? I thought, you know what? Let me just, when feeling good, better do it because I didn't know what the weather is going to be like today. Although the weather today was good, I think I'm going to go maybe tomorrow for another 6 miler. I think that would be a
Yeah, just don't
really
burn
killer.
yourself out. That's all. You got to pace yourself. When's this race that
Right.
you're doing?
It's on February 22nd.
Oh, you got time, but I wouldn't burn out. You just have to keep it underlined. I mean, the last couple
Mhm.
miles for you are probably going to be tough. The last like from 10 miles to 12. You're doing a half marathon to 12. Where is it? Where is this
It's
marathon?
in Central Park, actually.
Wow, really nice.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Wow. Okay. I mean, Central Park is a gem. Okay, it's one of the godsends of the universe.
My dream someday it would be just to have an apartment, maybe like a 2 bedroom or a 3 bedroom, right next to the Central Park.
All right, that makes
That
sense.
would be
Well,
wouldn't need anything else.
one of the famous architects, landscape architects. His name is Homestead, Frederick Homestead. Okay, big American he did Central Park. He did the Boston Common. He did this little town I'm in. He lived in the little town I was in. Okay, that I'm in, that I have up in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And he's the architect, and he's done a bunch of parks all over the place. He's done, when I was dating AP Girl and up in Halifax, he did the park up there. So this guy named Homestead is a famous landscape architect, like sort of like
was a genius.
Basically a genius. And Central Park is a gorgeous place. As is, believe it or not, if you take the lake on Lakeshore Drive in Chicago, if you take the park from the south side of Chicago all the way up, goes all the way up. They made it all park. There's no industry. And that's, if you think about it, it's huge, because areas like Cleveland and Detroit, on their lakes, they put industry right on their lakes, like during the Industrial Revolution. So it looked like shit. But what Chicago has done is they made the whole thing going up park. And during the summer, it's precious. Okay. It's like really, really nice. Well, same again with what Homestead did with Central Park. I mean, think about it. There's too many people living in New York, and they made a huge open space. I mean, that's just huge. And that's incredible. Incredible.
That's because it's a lot of land to dedicate to the public, but because like it's such a valuable real estate. But you know, at the time, I don't think it was as valuable. But the reason it's so valuable today is because of that park. Without the park, like if they tore down the park and just put more skyscrapers, nobody would fucking want to live there.
No, I agree. I agree.
It'd be like
so this little Yankee town,
that space.
Exactly. So this little Yankee town, I live up in Massachusetts. Homestead's there. There's a guy named Richardson that invented the shingle style house in a town in Lincoln, which is a famous architect called Walter Gropius, German. He invented this spiral staircase, and he basically has a beautiful house, and his landscape is a la naturel with apple trees. And basically, it's really, really nice. So I'm a big architectural fan. So Chicago with Mies van der Rohe. Oh, in Park Avenue, Mies van der Rohe, the Seaman Building, just near down the street from where the Chase is now, the new Chase. Beautiful, beautiful Mies van der Rohe there. I mean, Baja Furniture and all that other good stuff. You know, all that stuff stems from it. So it's nice. So anyway, enough of the gap. So anyway, I figured out how you should be making money. You got this one?
Sorry?
I figured how you should be making money.
I kind of know.
There you go. Okay, there you go.
How to get there.
Okay.
It's not gonna be easy, and it's gonna take a lot of focus.
Good.
I'm just gonna have to lock in, stop traveling, stop with the bullshit, and just really, really work hard on the content that's kind of algorithm catered. Just have to. You got to do what you got to do. You know.
Yeah, you're in one of the greatest cities in the world, so you're right there. I mean, you can't be. You're at the doorstep of destiny, Timmy. You're at the doorstep of destiny. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. G, $2 super chat. Tim, everyone knows everything these days. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is so smart. And everybody else is really, really stupid. It's hilarious. Because there's no point of even knowing anything nowadays, because you could just Google it or you could chat GPT it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But is that really knowing, or is that like outsourcing your brain power onto a machine? And if that's like taken away, or that's bought by, I don't know, who knows who, and then they start tweaking and controlling the algorithm, and they become you're becoming basically a servant to that. So look, I consider knowing when you truly know something, you've experienced it, maybe you were there, you seen something in person, really memorized it. But then again, like with like talking to No Fold, right? Like people were very, very skeptical at his beliefs, but hey, you know, it's just proof that well, what if he's right? What if they are hiding a full-on continent from us? Why, you know, you would say, why would they? But who knows? It's very tough in the world with with CIA, FBI, you got all these
Everything.
intelligence
They know
agencies.
if they want to do, I mean, trust me, I know this because I know this personally. They can track anybody, anytime, anywhere. Okay.
Knowing is so overrated. Like, because do you really know? Do you really know
Yeah.
anything? You
Well,
just
no,
know the stuff that somebody else written,
I don't
but
know
did
too
they
much.
write the truth or are they just bullshitting you? Like,
I don't know.
knowing could be like, I don't want to know anything anymore. Like because I've learned so much about watches. I just how the whole industry works, how everything is structured. Like, look at this Omega Speedmaster. Today is going to be like the shortest episode because there's not much to say about the Speedmaster except that this is probably the greatest Speedmaster ever.
Love it.
And why didn't they do it sooner? You know why? Their business is failing now. They're struggling. Their back is against the wall. And they're like,
Yeah.
fuck, we actually have to make a good watch now.
Oh,
Finally. They were giving us slop for the last 50 years. Just absolute fucking garbage. We knew they could do great work. And now they do
absolutely.
it. Now that
Absolutely.
everybody already has Speedmasters with some bullshit plastic dials. Go fuck yourself, Omega. Honestly, like I was shitting on them. Like 2 or 3 days ago. Like how the Seamaster, it's kind of inferior. If you compare it to like let's say Submariner, I just felt like it was an inferior product having experience with both. I mean, but obviously it's reflected in the price. And, I don't blame them. And there should be, there's different products. There's a product for different price point. I'm not complaining that a fucking McLaren cost $500,000, compared to Toyota, right? You know what you get when you pay $20,000. You get a humble Toyota Civic, right? And you get, what you pay for. You pay $500,000, you get a higher performance. You can't compare the two, and that's what I was saying between Omega and this is like there's always going to be people like, yeah, but the Civic is so much better at this and that. Yeah, of course, but that's just it's a different product, and this release from Omega just fucking annoys the shit out of me.
Oh, you know
It was
what?
such a great watch.
You know what? You're just pissed off because you bought all these Omegas, and now they came out with the watch, and you pretty much have to get this to carry the others. Okay,
Dude, this is just the greatest.
it
Look,
really is
look,
a nice
look
watch.
at the like
I actually
craftsmanship
want one. I
on the
actually want
fucking
one.
dial.
It's a great daily. It's a great everything. And for me, I'd put it on a NATO strap. I get rid of that damn bracelet because I don't like the clasp on those
But I
things.
only release it after you bought already their other
Everything.
crappy
Well, you know what?
version.
I bought one. I bought an Omega.
I
I don't know.
fell for their bullshit. I
Yeah, that's
fell
all
for
right.
it.
Yeah, that's nice. The white one's still the
I
white one's
spend
really
my
good.
money
Yeah.
on inferior product, whereas all this time they could have released it. It's not that much effort that they put in. So you're telling me to make that dial that took them freaking 8 years to perfect? Come on,
I agree.
joke,
So
man.
Mr. GMT, I would love, but I will probably never make it to your restaurant because I'm a huge Euro fan. Huge. Love Greek food. Love it. I was introduced to it more or less when I was in Chicago, which was a place called Greek Isles on Holstead Avenue. And to this day, I need Greek food like once a week. It's so outstanding. So your restaurant, it looks amazing because it's one of these like home style family deals, which is like the best you can probably have. So just a plug, if you're in his neck of the woods, everyone should go and visit his restaurant. Okay, it looks amazing. Looks amazing.
Mike Lewis says, "Take it easy, Timmy. At least know 5+ years wait list to purchase or purchase history. We don't know yet.
We don't know
Omega
yet.
might turn around and say, you know what? Anybody who wants this has to be bent over and
You know what?
taken advantage. You know what? After this release, I'm done with Omega. Fuck Omega
This is all
because
you need. This is really all you
I'm
need.
fine. I'm fine. I'm happily like we got here. What do we got? Hold on a second. Brand Crazy says, Tim, sell your old Omega watches and buy the all new. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it because then they'll just make a better one 5 years later down the line.
This one I think really does hit every button. Okay, this one really does hit every button. All right.
Yeah.
And even
if somebody doesn't have an Omega, this is the one to get.
100%.
There was the white dial. I think this one is supersedes the white dial.
I agree. Is it worth the extra $3,000 though?
Yes.
This
is
it is. This is 10,000.
Actually, you know what? You should get both white dial and this one. This is the yin yang. It's a horological. You want to be in the horological heaven. You want to go to the Buddhist heaven. This is what you do. You get the white Speedmaster and you get the black Speedmaster, and you're done. That's the collection over. You don't need anything else besides these two watches. John Doe, £5 super chat. They got half the world hooked on Moonwatches. Now they're making the customer upgrade from the plastic to steel.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Of course. That's and you know what was disappointing about the Moonwatch is how expensive it is. Just they really took advantage of the hype, and like, because $375 you could buy a fucking Nintendo Switch 2 for the money that you buy for the plastic Speedmaster. Totally not worth the money.
Ask me if I'd ever buy a Nintendo.
Moonwatch is not worth more than $75.
They probably make them for like $2.
Oh, it's about that.
Okay.
It just squeezed out of a mold, and they just print them like pump.
And I think it hurts their brand, to tell you the truth, because it's a way of introducing it to people that can't afford it, or young kids with the watch industry. But also, I think it really hurts their brand. Okay. So
it dilutes it. Yeah, it's like if Rolex made a plastic Submariner. Imagine.
I think people would go Google over that.
They would make $1 billion
and sell it for like $2,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They could. Well, if they sold it for 200, it would probably go for $2,000 on the gray market.
And then make it so rare. Like only produce like 3,000 of them for the whole world.
Or just give them out to like loyal customers when they buy.
High-end celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, or Federer, Roger Federer, and call it a day,
Yeah. That
we got Mr. GMT on.
Hey, Mr. GMT.
What's it? First of all, I've got a complaint because you called me Mr. G, which I'm not. That's the other fine gentleman. Okay, my name is Mr. GMT. I'm the OG, the original. Okay, you can't do that to me. You got to give everyone their kudos.
Okay, I will.
So just saying.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But,
you both.
That wasn't
everything
you,
is in respect.
Tim G. That wasn't you. That was Tim Wright. That wasn't Tim G. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I apologize anyway. I'll apologize anytime. I really do want to go to your restaurant. I would love.
Anyone's welcome, and when they do come, everything's on me.
I don't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I know you don't, but I'll tell you why. Because if someone is willing to fly to Australia and come to a place like Darwin, which is pretty far away from Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, all the major cities, to me, that's a sign of respect.
How far?
For me, the way.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm about 4.5 from Sydney, say about 4 hours and 50 minutes, just under 5 hours.
Okay, I can do that. I can drive that in my sleep, but that's okay.
That's not driving. That's flying.
Oh fuck. Okay, so that's about 12 hours then.
Yeah.
Australia is a big country.
Oh, I know it is. I know it is. I didn't realize
3
that.
days. Okay. 3 or 4 days to get there comfortably. But anyway, the reason why I jumped on, look, you're praising this watch, and it is a beautiful watch, without a doubt. But you know what I call this? Lazy. I'll tell you why I call it lazy. Because it reminds me of a Le Mans. Rolex has been there and done that. It's like they're copying them. Do you know what I like about the white dial? The white dial was very creative, the way they did the dial, the way they did the glossy dial, the way they did the materials that they used for it. It just stands out when you look at the dial. This is very lazy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not beautiful.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying it's lazy. Because all they did was, hang on, Le Mans is making big bucks. Everyone wants one. Let's give them one in the Speedy. It's just lazy. Beautiful but lazy.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Oh my
I'm going
God.
to. I'm
Actually, I
going to.
think Mr. GMT might be onto something.
I think he is
Hold on
too.
a second. Let me show. And also
Unfortunately.
the way they released these two. Let me show you. Let me show you this comparison that I have. Check this out. Look at this. There's the Speedies and there's the Le Mans. They completely copied the Le Mans.
Thank you
Son
very
of
much.
a
As
bitch.
soon as I looked at it, I didn't even have to look at them. As
Yeah.
soon as I looked at the Speedies, that's what they reminded me.
It's a blatant copy.
I
Even
don't
the
know.
colors. They
I
released the
kind of like
yellow
the.
gold, just
Yeah.
like the yellow gold Le Mans. Wow,
Yeah.
there's no originality here
Yeah. I actually like the
whatsoever.
Omega. Okay. I actually like the Omega.
Holy shit. Yeah, well, because Omega, at least we're thinking that it's possible to get these.
Oh
But
no,
what
I
if they'll
know.
want us to jump through the hoops, just like Rolex made people jump through the hoops to get the Le Mans?
Timmy, I checked the Omega website, and so I put my name on the email for this, when they'll notify you supposedly at your boutique. So my boutique is in Miami. So since I did buy a watch and I sold it within 2 weeks, the Pilot, the whatever. But yeah, you know what, Mr. GMT is spot on. These two, they're identical. They're identical. But heck, all you need is that Omega. You're done. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I like it as much now anymore.
Oh, stop.
Boys, I've said, you can't say you don't like it because it is a beautiful watch. I said that.
Yeah.
I just said it's lazy.
Yeah.
It's just lazy. See, they could have done the same thing with the white dial. They didn't though. Do you know what I mean?
They could have done. They could have had black subdials on the white dial,
They
but
didn't.
they made
They didn't,
flat
and that's
white
what I
dial.
loved about it. And that's what I loved about it. They were thinking outside the box. They did something different, the way they did the dial, and that's what made it stand out. That's why, for me, even now, right now, the white dial was the most creative watch that they've done in a long time. The way they've done the dial, the way they've done the dial. That's just the way that I think. Look, like I said in my earlier super chat, everyone thinks they know everything. That's my take. Okay. That's all I've got to say. But, gentlemen, I've got to go back to work. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been a
Stay
pleasure.
sexy.
Yes.
We'll talk again soon.
Mr. James here, thank you so much for joining us and pointing this out. I really appreciate this take, and it's important for the community to see the similarity. And stay sexy, my friend.
Yeah. Take care, Mr. GMT. Anyway, I agree with him, but this Omega is pretty much perfect, except for that clasp, which I never liked their clasps. Okay.
Yeah, the clasp is really nice on the new Omega. It's got the micro adjustment.
Okay. Okay. So in any event, it's nice though. They did a great job.
Wow. They even copied the mirror finish on the subdial outlines.
They did.
G-Shock Watch fan, thank you so much for being member for 32 months. Omega is part Swiss, part China. That's right. Let's not forget that. We don't know how much of the Omega watches are made in Switzerland and how much parts are made outside of Switzerland. What we know is that they don't disclose this information. By not disclosing it, by not being upfront with how much of their manufacturing is in Switzerland, suggests that none of it is. For example, Rolex is upfront that 100% of their manufacturing is Swiss based. So every part of Rolex is made in Switzerland. Whereas Omega, they're secretive about that. And that means we can jump to only one conclusion. Speedy Hernandez, thank you so much for being a member for 39 months as a story editor. So happy to hear Mr. GMT's voice. Hope he's well. He's well and sexy. And hopefully I'll be sexy too someday if I keep up this routine. I had a nice protein lunch today. Oh, but I did forget to take my vitamin.
How much do you weigh right now?
I weigh 198.
Okay, well, that's okay. You gotta get down.
I was 187.
Yeah,
and I gained 10 pounds.
Yeah, you gotta
you
gotta get in the 180s.
3 months. I should be 150. That's the healthy.
No. You're gonna be like a skinny little twig at that point. No,
that's how people should be.
Light.
Being so skinny is so it feels so good.
No. Too that's unhealthy. That's just totally unhealthy. 180, 170, 175, 185.
When I was 187, I felt like a feather. I can only imagine how I'm gonna feel when I'm back down to that.
Okay. Well,
What do you think? Is this the skinny Lamar? What is this called? We have a baby Lamar.
I got the white gold one. We can dissect each one. And I actually, first off, I like the bezel. I like the bezel, as other people would call it. I like the bezel on the Omega with the numbers, with the indices, better than the Rolex. What say you?
Let me think. Let me just let me take a look here. Yeah, I think I like the bezel on the Rolex more because actually it's more difficult craftsmanship. You see it on the Rolex, the bezel is engraved. It has very fine definition of the engraving, and then it's platinum inlaid. Whereas the Omega bezel, I don't know. I think it might be ceramic, but it's not. It doesn't have the same fine definition on it. It's just it's easier to do.
I think the Rolex bezel is actually too thick. It's almost like a huge. It's like with a picture. It's like a Renaissance frame versus a contemporary frame of the Omega. Okay. And I would prefer the contemporary frame in this case. Okay.
But again, Rolex, the Daytona is a superior product because.
I agree with you 100%. I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with you. I'm not.
The Speedmaster is 13.5 millimeters thick, I think. Hold on, and that's without a rotor. 13.4 millimeters thick and 42 millimeters in diameter. Whereas Rolex Daytona is, let's see here. Let me show the spec sheet. Let's see here. What did I even say? But it's like 38.9, and it has a rotor, and it's a column wheel. Whereas we've got a manual wind with 50. We got 50 hours of power reserve on the Omega. Just goes to show you like how much superior the movement in the Daytona is. You got column wheel, automatic chronograph with twice almost or 1/3, like 30%, 50% more power reserve. And like half the thickness, because this is like 11 versus 13.5. It's kind of a joke if you think about it. But they're priced. Okay, the Daytona is priced $5,000 more. Oh, and it's also, I think, more accurate. Let's see, what's this thing calibrated to? It's a coaxial. Let's see, do they say? They don't say. Hours, minutes. There's nothing. Movement. 50 hours of power reserve. It's a 3 hertz movement.
Okay, what are we talking about with the Le Mans? How much?
What?
How much are we talking about for the Rolex Le Mans? We're probably talking.
What's the retail price?
Yeah, because the white one's gold too, isn't it?
50,400 at the time of the release.
Okay, so and to get one on the secondary market, what is it? 3 times?
300,000.
No, it can't be that much.
Yeah.
That's your RM territory at that point. I'm sorry. If it is,
let's go Chrono 24. Huh?
It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Get an RM or a Grubel 4C at that price.
Let's see. Le Mans. See, Rolex Daytona Le Mans. 220,000 for the
Yes.
white gold one.
Whack.
240,000 for the rose gold one. 240,000 for the yellow gold.
Wackadoodle money. Wackadoodle for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
I don't get it, but that's okay.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
You like that, huh?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
probably the greatest Daytona ever.
Okay. All right. No, I don't know about that. I like the one that you have, or the one that Mr. G's got, the new one. I don't know about that. I get that every girl has and every woman has in Miami.
I think in yellow gold is probably the best iteration of it as well. Like, here's the rose gold. Let's take a look at the rose gold here. Yeah, rose gold, not really my style.
Okay.
Looks okay.
Yeah, the thing I don't
think the yellow gold is
I think it's nice. Okay. The thing that I don't like about it, even for the 50 grand or 60 grand, I don't think the movement is in it. I mean, I'm gonna dig this, and I'm sorry people have this. I don't think the movement is anything special on the on the Rolex.
It is special. It is. There's no movement anywhere. Nobody makes movement like that anywhere close to the Daytona. There is no movement that comes anywhere near to the current Daytona movement. There's just no.
So you're saying for a chronograph?
For a chronograph, yeah. In specs wise, there's nothing even close, remotely close. Like maybe the alternative would be like a I don't know, what's it called? The Zenith Zenith El Primero.
That's where I was headed. So you can
get that's a thicker.
You can get a 38 millimeter thinner case chronograph, Zenith original chronograph, for about $9 grand. New, you can get them used. I mean, not used. You can get them on. Okay, I'm gonna hump my shop, Jama shop, and get the blue dial for $6,150. And that movement, in my opinion, is just as good, if not better, than the Rolex movement, even though it's a high beat. Some people don't like high beat. That's what I think.
Exactly. It's the fact that it's high beat. It's also thicker. It's 13. Not. Yeah, it is. The 13 millimeters. Thick.
I'm on Jama Shop. I just pull it up on Jama Shop. Okay. I don't think it is, Timmy.
Well, no, I'm right here. Look, I'm on Hodinkee. Here's the Zenith El Primero. This is the one from. Okay, let's pull up. You know what? Let's pull up the Meteorite.
You know, I go by.
That will have that. That's the closest. That's the closest, I think.
Well, hold on. Let me just see what you're saying.
Chronomaster Sport. Chronomaster Sport.
No, not
that's because that's their latest movement.
Timmy, that's too fat. You got to pick up the original.
Dude, that's that's the movement. That's their latest iteration. The Chronomaster Sport.
You want the chrono? You're cheating. You're cheating.
No, I'm not. This is the.
Yeah, you're cheating.
How is that cheating? Which one? Okay, which one do you want me to pull up?
Zenith Chronomaster original. Okay. And I'll give you a reference.
Zenith El Primero. Chronomaster original.
Original. Okay, where the subdials touch each other. Okay.
Okay. With the date.
Unfortunately, they all come with the date.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately,
but some people want that. Some people like.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants it.
Okay, all right.
Nobody asked for it. That's why Rolex doesn't put the date. Nobody wants it. Nobody gives a shit about a date. It's a 1/10 of a second movement, though. Okay, so here that's the same movement, actually, dude. It's the same movement. It has this is the same movement that's of the second.
This is 30. This watch gets no love. Okay, none.
For a good reason. There's nothing to like about it.
Well,
okay, look. Okay, look. Here's look. Okay, it's fine. It's okay movement, but look. Here's spec sheet, spec wise. 13 millimeters thick. Okay, this 2 millimeters thicker than the Daytona. Probably because of the addition of the date. Okay, and then it's got 60 hours of power reserve versus Rolex's 72. right? And then Rolex is different. It's a different kind of movement. Rolex is it's a 12-hour chronograph, whereas the Zenith is a 1-hour chronograph. Okay, and now they have different advantages, right? The Zenith advantage is that you can get that tenth of a second increment if you want like something to be timed really
Yeah.
precisely, but in short bursts.
Who needs that? At that point, you use digital something on the computer.
Exactly. And
Who needs
Rolex
that?
knows nobody cares about that tenth of a
Well, no
second
one
nonsense.
uses a chronograph.
Nobody
anyway.
uses. That's why. That's
Okay.
why.
All right.
Rolex actually makes a more practical watch than the Zenith. That's why it's more successful, because they're kind of they're see, Rolex has always been about practicality, right? Like, believe it, like the craziest thing that I've heard is that Rolex invented date only watch. Like, there were perpetual calendars, but there was never a watch that had time and just a date. Rolex invented that.
Well, I didn't know that. So
yeah,
I guess that's a good thing. I hate dates on my watches, but that's okay.
yeah,
All
but
right.
Rolex invented it for practicality purposes. That's what the date just is. Hey, you want the watch that tells you date and time? You get a date just. You want the watch that has a chronograph? You get a Daytona. Why the fuck does the Daytona need a date? It makes no sense. It actually impedes the reading. Because look, if you're timing something, that the date cutout actually blocks, it obstructs the view. It cuts out part of the tachymeter scale. And it's very annoying. Like, why would like think about it. Like, wearing a Zenith watch for just like wearing a chronograph as a daily beater. See,
Yeah.
like, it makes no sense. Who would do that? See, it's just that it's not a like a Rolex thinks about their complications as with intent, right? Like, with purpose. If this person is going to be timing things, they don't need a date. If they need a date, they got to watch for the date, the daily stuff. See, it's everything is very intentional with Rolex. Whereas these other brands, they just like to slap things together just for the heck of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think
You could
agree with
blame
you to a
the
point. I also think
Submariner, right? The Submariner. See, the Submariner. There's a Submariner and there's a Submariner date, right?
Yeah,
the Submariner date is the Rolex creating slop, to be honest, because the Submariner doesn't need a date.
I agree with that.
And that's why they still have the version without a date. But they created it because they know that people kind of will want to wear their Submariner as a daily watch for practical reasons. But they would have never done it unless it was, because it's like nobody's really wearing them for diving anymore. But the Zenith kind of stole that concept and say, oh, we'll make a chronograph with a date. You know what I mean? Like, we'll slap a date into a chrono because people will want to wear, a watch daily with a chrono function, but it's not necessary.
No, I agree. I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I also think you're drinking the Rolex Kool-Aid, but that's okay. I think they're nice watches. I think they're
there is a reason why they're number one, and Zenith is struggling right now. Did you hear? There's some rumors that Zenith that they're selling Zenith. There's rumor circulating that Zenith will be sold. They want to get rid of this company.
Who owns Zenith? Who owns Zenith?
I think it might be Richemont.
No.
Oh, LVMH.
LVMH owns.
Yeah, there's an article. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I just not into the high beat stuff. That's all. I just don't like 36,000, whatever it is. It's just too fast. It
wears out the movement.
I think 28,000 is actually too fast. It should be like 21 and under. I mean, that's how I feel. But whatever. It should be 3 hertz or less. Not 4 hertz is fine, but 5 hertz is ridiculous.
Look at this. Watch collecting lifestyle
Oh,
reporting. From the editor, LVMH denies Zenith sale, but the real story runs deeper. Yeah.
Well, where did you get that from? That one I missed.
This is the watch collecting lifestyle.
There you go. It's one I don't have. Okay.
1 second.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. I heard Parmigiani still is up for sale, and I've heard what else? I heard Vacher wants more of a sale, more of a cut from Chanel wants more of a cut, or they want to give more of a cut. There's going to be a lot of turbulence.
Check this out. So official at LVMH has publicly denied rumors in this article that it plans to sell Zenith. So basically countering certain speculation that was surrounding the industry in the media, right? And the spokesperson, but he's really interesting with it. It's all in the language, okay? And basically the spokesperson said there is no plan for the sale, but he did not clarify whether any internal discussions or preliminary talks have ever happened. Okay, so this is really important. They're saying, "Oh yeah, we have no plan for sale." That doesn't mean anything, right? We have no plan for sale is not the answer to are you planning to sell Zenith? Because like what does it mean? Like if you think about that language, right? That's the quote. No plan for the sale, right? Which means they just didn't come up with it yet. Like they're talking about it internally, but they haven't come up with the plan. But the rumors don't come from just anywhere, right? There has been persistent financial losses at Zenith. They lost. You know how much they lost? You know how much money Zenith lost? 20 to 30 million Swiss francs annually.
I get it. I thought LVMH so bought them because they wanted their movements.
No, they want like the brand name, because the brand is historically really significant.
Yes, even though
Zenith, right? They're known for the El Primero. It's the first chronograph. First, what did they say? First, okay. It's the El Primero was the world's first non-modular, ground up chronograph movement that has ever been created.
And what was that? Was that in the 50s or late 50s or early 60s? When was that? Do you know? Does anyone know in the chat?
Yeah, it's let's see here. Maybe 69, possibly.
No,
in the article. Look, here it says the El Primero chronograph has been beating at 36,000 vibrations.
There it is. Okay. Good year. Okay.
20 to 30 million dollars Swiss francs lost since 2023. It's just it's a disaster of a company.
And 2023 is interesting because 2023 things were still okay. That means that they're doing shittier now.
Oh yeah, they've been doing worse and worse and worse. And guess what? I've heard that Panerai is slashing their production from $80,000 watches down to $40,000. $40,000 watches.
Let me ask you this question: Panerai is an Italian company, obviously, because they were like Italian military. And if you're Italian, that's good. I won't say anything bad about the Italians. But they're made in Switzerland, correct? My question is, where in Switzerland are they made? I don't get the concept that they're Italian, but they're made in Switzerland and they consider themselves Italian. Am I off base on this?
Well,
in other words, they're playing like two.
They have Italian heritage, but they're Swiss-made watches. Even when they were Italian, they were Swiss-made as well.
Where are they made? Where are they made in Switzerland? Because they're not in Geneva. That's the other question. I don't know anything about them, and personally, I don't really want to know anything about them. But I do see them on people's wrists, including yours. And the one that you have is actually pretty nice in the sense the strap makes that watch. How silly that sounds, but that strap that you bought in Italy makes that watch that you have. Okay, and it's a good beater. It's a good daily. So my question is,
they're made in
Italy.
They're made in Neuchâtel.
Okay. All right. No,
Yeah.
see, I know nothing about them other than Panerai.
They got, so basically they started, the company was created for, well, originally it was, I think, like just like a watch sales boutique, kind of like Wempe, right? Kind of, you
Yep.
had Wempe,
Yep.
and they were on that bridge, in Florence. They have this beautiful bridge with all the shops.
I've been there. Yep.
Yeah. So it was like a shop over there, and it was like one of the most successful retailers at the time. And they were contracted, because they specialized in watches. They were contracted by the by Italian Navy to create a watch for the basically
Italian
like,
Navy. Now, I'm not going to
yeah.
mock my Italian friends, which I always
And
do.
they actually partnered with Rolex at the time to make the watch. So Panerai, original Panerai was made by Rolex for them.
All right, so I'm going to
Like
get
a special order.
I'm going to get a bunch of Italians very angry at me, but isn't Italian Navy an oxymoron? When have the Italian Navy won anything?
Well, they're really known for their Navy.
Okay,
the Odysseus,
all right, that's all I'm
dude.
going to say.
OG Navy, the Odysseus.
I get it. I'm a dick.
Yo, Odysseus, the Trojan War, right? They fought the most important.
They didn't have a Panerai then.
Battles.
They didn't have a Panerai during the Trojan War.
I know. I'm saying their naval history goes before watches. They go way back. They invented some of the most important.
Someone has to educate me on that. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. That's my American douchey view. Okay, so it's almost like an oxymoron because give me a war in the last 200 years that they've won. And the Panerai is like whatever. And the answer is they haven't.
Dude, but they have like the Romans, Italians are basically Romans, right?
I get it. I get the whole thing.
They had fucking naval power since 300 BC. How do you think the Romans went to Jerusalem and crucified Christ? It was with their navy. That was their first target.
Timmy, I love you, but they didn't have fucking Panerai back then. Okay, they just didn't. And so they're making it to me. The whole idea of a navy, Italian Navy, is an oxymoron. What is that? A wooden boat in Venice? I mean, what is that? I mean, is it gondola? I mean, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, well, today it's gondola, but dude, they invented the Corvus boarding bridge. You know the Corvus, the famous Corvus. That was when they invented the Corvus. You know the ship that rams into another ship, and then all the Romans jump over into the other vessel. They invented that shit.
Okay, so
they completely changed the way naval battles were fought with the Corvus.
All right, I'm probably be in a casket tomorrow, 6 feet under, because all my North End friends from Boston,
they dominated Mediterranean Sea. Nobody could stand a chance. They dominated by road and by the sea. You know, they invented the roads.
I get it. I totally get it. During that time, they were like the superpower. I get it. But the thing is, what I don't get is there wasn't a Panerai back then. Okay,
right?
I mean, they had sundials. They didn't have.
They needed the Panerai to fight the Allied forces.
Okay, all right.
That's what. But like, this is what nobody actually talks about, is that they're saying it's for the Italian Navy, but that the Italian Navy was Mussolini.
No, I know that.
Was the enemy of the people.
He hung himself, or they hung him in the lake region, near Lake.
Just like Epstein hung himself, right?
Yeah. Oh, Epstein was killed by the Israeli government, but that's another story. Anyway, let's keep on going.
Burnett, 10-pound super chat. 1915, Movado introduced the first wristwatch produced in the series with a date. Okay, Mimo, a Gerard Perregaux brand, released a Mimo meter in 1930s, one of the first with a date at 3 o'clock, not Datejust. Fair enough. Thomas Burnett clarifying and correcting the record. It's kind of like, I guess the Datejust is the story of the Datejust is the same as the Explorer 1, that it went to the Mount Everest, but actually it was the Smith watch in the same fashion. But maybe like Rolex perfected it, right? Like at least maybe we could give them the credit.
Who needs ChatGPT when you got Thomas Burnett for watches? Okay?
Exactly.
He's like a Wikipedia of the watch world. Okay, just incredible. So anyway, okay, that makes sense. All right.
Thank you, Thomas Burnett, for correcting the record.
So what nationality should I bust on next? So anyway, that just we're sort of done. We're sort of done on that. Okay, I can bust on pretty much every nationality, but we won't. So I going back to the Omega Speedmaster. Is it worth the extra $1,800? Why is it more money than the others? Why? If you pull up their website, Timmy, it's significantly higher. It's like 20%.
Let's check.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, it's $1,000, 300 higher. 1,300 higher.
So from 70, was it 7,900 or what's the what?
From 9,100.
9,000
with the white dial.
Okay,
to 10,400.
So basically, it's
but the base model, the Sapphire Sandwich is 9,000, but the Hasselite is 7,800.
All right,
so you got
from the 9,100 to the 10, whatever you mentioned, it's like a 14.25%. I just did it in math. It's about increase. Is it worth the extra 14.25 increase? That's the other question. I mean, why is it more? Why? I mean, why don't they just raise everything or just make that the same price as? What's the significance of the extra price? Okay.
Because they can. It's all about if they can do it. They know they put a little bit of effort into this watch. It probably the same amount of effort that it takes to make this one takes to make the white dial one. But they're just like, hey, it's a new product. If they can increase price and people will buy it, they'll do it. Because you have to understand, the prices for wristwatches are already artificial. It's all scarcity and FOMO based pricing. People pay exorbitant amount of money for these watches, not because of the technology and stuff that's in it. That's what everybody likes to say, but they're doing it because it's just it's an over engineered and overpriced product for the hell of it. It's for the emotional kind of thing. It's an emotional purchase, right? Because with this money you could buy a fucking Toyota, you could buy you can buy a used Ford 150, right? And can get some serious work done.
The 150s are probably they're around probably like in the $20,000 to $30,000 range, because the Ford.
Yeah, and you can get some serious work done with it. Like nobody, like if you want a watch to tell the time,
you can drive all over. You can drive all over the place with it.
Yeah,
this one you
can make so much money.
This is a lot of money, but if you think about it, it could be if you're not a watch person, it could be your one and done. And if you are a watch person, for Omega, it could be your one and done. And if you're a watch person and have a lot of Omegas, it just could be one of many, because this outshadows, I think, every other Omega.
It does. It's the greatest Omega.
Well, maybe the 321 is a little bit nicer than this. What do you think? And it's about the same price, Timmy. It's about the same price. It's like, well, hey, if we're talking 10.4, what's 15? Maybe I'm just fucked up saying that, but
maybe. Huh? I see what. I think the 321. I would say these are equal. This is finally where this coaxial movement. The thing is, though, this movement is much cheaper to service, whereas those 321 movements, they're notorious pain in the ass.
Yeah, they're like AP. They're delicate. No, they're
Oh,
like.
by the way, I have a
They're like
correction.
the blonde I'm dating right now. They're just very delicate. That's fine. You know.
By the way, we've got a correction here. See, Rolex came up with the Datejust, where the date changes at 12 o'clock instantaneously. So they did the instant change. You know how on the Seikos, when the date is like approaching 12, the date is starting to slowly kind of change. On a
Yep.
Rolex, it happens at 12 o'clock and it happens in a split second. It doesn't take like an hour to change over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but okay.
And actually, Dr. Bob's, the U-boat, they're Swiss made as well. They're not Italian made, Swiss. The Swiss watches.
Yeah, no, that's Red's favorite brand. So, he's the only guy I've ever known that has one. As a matter of fact, they sell. I think they sell U-boats at TJ Maxx in America, which is like a discount store.
Yeah, those watches are.
Oh, I've always thought they were. I thought they were nasty.
They're fashion watches. That's what they are. They're fashion.
Well, they're at TJ Maxx. They're at TJ Maxx. Okay?
Fashion watches for fascista.
I don't get it, but that's okay. But you know what? They're the size of a Hublot, right? They're probably the same boat.
They're the size of a U-boat. It's like actually wearing a U-boat on your wrist.
Exactly. Dr. Bob, hope all is well in San Francisco. Dr. Bob, did you finish your trucking deal? They're going to need people, but they got rid of half the people from the immigration for driving trucks illegally in California. We won't go there though.
What's that?
Anyway, whatever. We'll just move on. That's a political joke. Anyway.
Okay. Also, it looks like they made the pushers a little bit smaller. Or maybe not.
Which I like.
They're the same.
I really like this watch, Timmy. You know what I really like about this watch? The indices of the are those raised?
They are. They're raised polished indices.
Sweet.
With a small vessel where they filled it up with lume.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there's a little dick at 12 o'clock. That's what I like the most about it. The little penis over here at the 12, right above Omega logo.
Only you would have noticed.
That's what it means. This is a men's watch. You see
I don't know.
Men's big erect cock.
Only you would see that. I never saw that before in my life. Now I have a mental problem.
You can't unsee it now.
Nah, yes.
Yeah.
That's how warped. That's being warped. Okay.
Yeah.
Very foul.
The Omega logo looks like a pussy, by the way.
It does.
Doesn't it? It looks like
they need to turn. They just need
with the ovaries, right?
They need to turn it around. They just need to turn it around.
Yeah, if they flip the Omega logo upside down, and then they flip the penis logo at 12 o'clock upside down.
It looks like a vajayjay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're all set there. Okay. All right, we got our sex talk in. That's good.
We get the sex talk in. What else are we missing?
I don't know. Look at that. Let's look at the movement. It's the same movement as all the others, correct?
Identical.
Okay.
Completely. Oh, you know what? I think they changed one thing.
What was that?
Oh yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Or maybe not. No, it's identical. Let's see. Yeah, no, it looks the same. It's the same movement. No changes.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's easier to wind because that's one of the biggest like poo-poos of this watch is that the old ones are really hard to wind.
Yeah, mine is impossible to wind.
Right. So it wrecks. As a matter of fact, it wrecks your fingers.
Yeah, shreds them.
You need like an automatic winding machine. Oh, we got our favorite person. Our favorite person. Hold on, there he is.
Hey, Ronald.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, long time no seeing.
Where are you right now?
Oh, it looks he's Harrisburg. He's back in Harrisburg.
Welcome back. That's all I can say. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm renewing my visa, guys. I am going to renew my visa. So
oh, you're staying in the States? You decided to stay here?
I have decided to stay. I did give people a soft notice, and then my arm was twisted with a couple of perks and a pay bump, and
Oh,
some other
Yeah, see, they need
buyers,
you.
so-
You're a talent, and that's
dude,
important. You
I know
how hard that
exactly
is?
what you should spend your pay bump on. The brand new Omega Speedmaster just came out, and I think this would this would complement your Batman perfectly. This is what you need, Ronald. I'm sorry to say it. You got the Zenith.
I need another watch. I was gonna get something like that, or like a glass shoot original Panamatic Lunar.
The shooter is great. Panoramic Luna is fantastic, but I think you need a Speedmaster. You don't have an Omega. Do you have an Omega? No.
But I don't have an Omega, but I already have 2 chronographs.
Oh, you do have 2 cars. Okay, then Panorama Luna. Actually, you need to see a
Because I don't have
Humble
a
Pines
lunar
Panorama
watch.
Luna.
I don't have anything like that. I got Milgauss GMT, Grand Seiko chronograph, Zenith chronograph. So I think it's time to get the Panamatic Lunar. They trade at $7,000 used, and they're pretty cool. I like them. And this watch needs a service because it's starting to run slow. And there's a place.
Let's see it. I didn't see it. You
place in Lancaster that's going to go and repair it under the Rolex warranty. So
how many years have you owned the Batman?
4.9.
Okay, perfect. It needs a service.
It needs a service. I've been pretty rough on it too. I mean, when I got it, I would bang it pretty hard and to see like, okay, does it keep the time because it was under warranty? But I'll be a little gentler on it. But you
have to be rougher.
I would ride my city bike on this thing, and the wrist would vibrate. Like,
it's fine. It actually has an anti-shock in there. Mickey used to play baseball for 14 years with his Kermit, and it had no effect on the watch. So
it's
these
funny.
things are designed to take a beating.
I used to play tennis. I used to play a lot of tennis when younger with a Rolex, and it was always fine. I had it for like 15 years. So same sort of gig.
Same wrist as the tennis racket.
Same left hand. I'm righty, so left hand wrist. Other than throwing up a toss for a serve, I'm one-handed backhand. So other than serving it, I really didn't use. Yeah, you got your answer on that one. So, I golf too, though. You swing. I had that for a while too, but the swinging isn't as bad as hitting a ball if it was your hand that you had your watch on. So I agree with that.
So Tim, at the end of the year, I will buy another watch because with all the hardships I've gone through, I'm able to pay off my debts. Got positive cash flow now, so no worries about that. And this year we'll be making a bit more, and then we'll see if I can make a move somewhere, God knows where, and I'll be networking more in the Harrisburg area. So
but you've got Philly close by. You got the whole main line. You got the whole main line there from Waynesboro all the way to Bryn Mawr to Wayne.
The problem is when I work from home, like because I'm allowed to work from home 2 days a week, I can't even work at a coffee shop. They have me like on an ankle bracelet in my primary residence. I'm not even allowed to leave it.
It's funny. It's funny you say that. I have a friend that she has to be there, which is ridiculous. 24, like for the 7 hours. She has to check in. And she's in her 40s, and I'm saying to myself, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you get your work done, who cares?
And this is an IT role, so I don't know. I don't want to get into the politics of it, right? But my agency has made it clear that they are trying to get me into a different client shortly. So I'll take their word at it because I asked them, like, they wanted to keep me around. I said to them, I've been waiting for a long time. I know the economy's been bad, but you got to show some skin in the game. Like, put some skin in the game. Like, I've been waiting for everybody, and it's not. Some other people I've been waiting on let me down.
Yeah, but you'll find something during the holidays. It's usually tough to get a job. So first off, you just have to step back and congratulate yourself for them to upskill you and to do everything else. So that's a huge positive. Okay.
Yeah.
And
dude, talented people like you with resume, with real world practical knowledge, there should always be in high demand. It's not like me, my only skill is grifting online. That's not non-transferable to anything else. Once this is gone, I'm screwed.
Tim, you're in trouble because you have so many watches. You should always be on time.
Dude, it's over. It's over for me. And
I think he's got every watch. He's got every watch imaginable. Okay, it's just like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, I know you're a watch person.
With the glass shoot original again, is that the guy holding it up there? What's his name?
Yeah,
Humble Pine.
That's Humble Pines.
Okay, Humble Pine. You and I are gonna go out for beer soon or a coffee soon, because I'm not leaving Harrisburg for a while. I've got a couple of things I want to run by you. Since Humble Pine is a sales guy, I am.
No, he's not a sales guy. He's
a lawyer, but he might need an IT person in the law firm.
Right.
Well,
he might start his own law firm. Maybe you can build the software for him to manage the clients or something.
You
guys can rake it in.
He's the perfect.
I'm just looking for more strategic things to be useful. That's all. So it's just I don't know anybody here because
you have to think big, Ronald.
So I'm gonna hit up every conference, and I'd like to know what the lawyers are up to, because corporate lawyers are the people that sign the deals. And then you know what people are doing and what their intentions are, and then I can pivot correctly, apply a value proposition.
Dude, you should go into oil. Try to find a job for Exxon or Chevron. With this Venezuela move,
he'll go to
lucrative deals.
He'll go to Venezuela. You don't want to do that.
If you want to make millions,
boy, I'm never gonna wear. When I'm on the podcast from Venezuela, when I go like this and you see my hand is missing and my wrist is missing, you're gonna know why.
Well, no, you'll be there with the private security, working for ExxonMobil, maybe install it, helping them install the software for the oil extraction rigs. Stuff like that. That's where the money's at.
They have all sorts of stuff set up like that, but in general, though, certain systems are a mess, and it's just about capability, right? Like a lot of these IT systems that people are trying to modernize, most of the modernization actually fails because the vendors that are selected, like it's funny, like a lot of executives are not engineers, so they don't know how to test for engineering competency, right? So that's one of the main factors there. So as long as if I can break through and get that message across, I think I'll have plenty of work.
Exactly. And then get yourself this one. Oh, maybe you know what? Maybe you should go for the full gold. That's what you should do. Is celebrate with a full gold piece. Because that's you're lacking a full gold piece. I think once
Hold on, Tim. I just got a call coming in.
All right. Okay. Let's mute him.
You know what? You can probably get this gold piece on the secondary market in 2 years for 20% less.
Or you think they're going to be super strict with the way they sell these, or nobody really going to give a shit?
I don't know. Gold was up today, right? All the commodities were up today. Am I right on that? Like $4,600. $4,600. Timmy,
oh my God, it's up again.
Yeah, do me a favor.
It's the highest it's ever been. It's the world record today.
Yeah, investing.com. Just put that down. Investing.com. Okay. Are you there yet?
I'm going. Okay. Now, okay.
Okay, you hit that, and then hit on the top, hit commodities, or hit see the top, or hit. What is it? I'll tell you in a second. I gotta find it. Hit.
Investing Pro? No.
No. Watch list. No. See underneath metals, or how about real-time commodities? You see that? Real-time commodities.
I don't see anything.
Investing.com. Okay, and then go to
stock. Oh, commodities. Okay, here.
Now you're getting real time. Now you can be a trader.
Hey!
Now you can be a trader. Okay.
Wow, this is how it's done, huh?
Yeah, daily. It's
Look at
minute
that.
And now we're overseas right now, so this is like a cheapy way of looking at your investments. I mean, your commodities on everything. See, you got Brent crude oil. That's the only one that's Brit, but everything else is pretty much American. U.S. wheat. So
U.S. soybeans.
Yeah. And so those are all Chicago Board of Trade to me. Those are Chicago. The oil one is the U.S. oil is in New York future. So when you want to buy and sell, so you can go oil. Look at the oil.
Dude, fruit. Metals. Yeah. Grains. Look at this. Grains. London wheat.
I had an algorithm that I was working on that I could get out of the freezer if somebody wants to look at it, but I need Bloomberg data for clean data because I was building this off retail data, off of like basically, you know, hacking MetaTrader data back in the day. And anyway, figured out something to figure out oscillations in time. So instead of trading price, it would use time as a predicate. And then it wouldn't just be that. There'd be a couple other things to confirm the time, but you would be able to kind of it's kind of neat. So you would figure out rhythms across multiple time frames, and it would overlay those time frames on top of each other. And then when something would line up like a fractal, then you would be able to figure out where you are in a market cycle based on the time. And I can actually demo that if anybody wants to check it out.
Yeah, well, the only problem is the Bloomberg machine, and with the least one, and then you got to buy Bloomberg, so you're into the $12,000 range. Some libraries have that though. I mean,
Cam has access to the Bloomberg server.
There you go.
I need to go back all the way to like when the data was starting to be recorded. Like I've got futures data that goes back to the 80s, right? And I need that for the high time frame cycles. So if you're going to trade off a day 8 chart, or you need to use a day 8 chart, so you really want to like figure out where the cycle is, you know, 1 year out, then you need all that data. Like the more data, the better, because what I kind of found is that a lot of things trade the same, and then they speed up and slow down. But like you look at the chart patterns, they haven't changed since the 1920s or 30s. They're all the same if you look at the candlestick patterns.
You know what? You're right on. You're actually right on that. So Timmy, this investing.com, you can get your major indices, your futures, you can get your commodities right there. Everything's real time.
Unbelievable.
So right now it's being traded over. Some of this stuff is being overseas on the futures markets overseas, or the secondary markets, but this is like the poor man's version of getting real-time indication. So gold is you can check this every day.
You've also got TradingView.com, which is really, really good. It just doesn't have the historical that I need, but other than that, it's pretty nice.
Agreed. Anyway, that's all I've got on that one. But so Ronald, you're in Harrisburg. You probably have to sign another year lease.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I may live with somebody in Lancaster in a couple months. I don't know. I'm looking at doing that. Because
is it a hot chick or is it just a guy?
It's a guy.
The hot dude.
We're splitting. It's a huge place. Like I'm looking at something around 1,900 square feet. Like,
do you get along? Do you get along with them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the key, because I don't know if I would get along with anybody in my world. I mean, I barely get along with my dog and my girlfriend right now. So that's what
the place is big. So like, there's 3 floors.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just in discussion. But
I would advise against it, because
I would too. You're too old.
Yeah, dude,
you're probably right.
Dude, it's gonna turn into a disaster. You're gonna move in with somebody, and then they're gonna turn on you and make you pay all the rent, and they're just gonna be
you're better off being on your own.
Don't get involved with any bullshit.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't think, and also I don't know if going from Harrisburg to Lancaster is a good jump.
Lancaster's amazing compared to Harrisburg right now. Harrisburg's a dump. Like everything's been shutting down. The mayor doesn't, Yeah,
but you got 3 Mile Isle being rebuilt by Microsoft, right? They want the energy there. They want the new
meetups around that. They're all in Lancaster. There's no good tech meetups in Harrisburg. But I'm gonna start to go to some. I've got a schedule set with the
good news is that you don't have that much traffic there, so you can probably live 30 miles away from your I mean, even though some of the winters might suck there, I get that, but you have a 4-wheel drive car.
Canadian winters,
but you don't have traffic. You don't have the traffic there. You don't. I mean, what is it, like 85 or something like that? There, or 80, or what's the major highway there?
Yeah, 85 is the major one. I can tell you what they are. The 15.
The 15, yeah. So basically, but you don't have traffic during rush hour, so you can live 40 miles. You can live 40, 50, 60 miles out from your work there.
If I make a decision to go there, it won't be for 3 months. I'm not going to go right away.
Okay. I mean, I think you've got pretty good. I think you can almost live in like Hershey.
Hershey might be a better deal. Like, yeah, Harrisburg's just becoming a dump.
You can live at Hershey. You can live. I'm just trying to figure out where else I would go. Hershey's actually really nice, in my opinion. It's really, really nice. Especially you can hang out at the Hershey Inn or whatever, or at the bar there. It's really, really nice.
Hershey Park.
Hershey Park. You can
go cheer yourself up whenever you feel like down.
The Hershey Inn, the inn at Hershey or whatever it's called, it's like really expensive, and the bar is like sensational. I used to take my ex there.
Go out there and then run into Humble Pine once a week, maybe.
I think Double D lives around there, but I don't want to dox.
He's down in DC, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, even better.
But he works. He has some business up in Philadelphia.
Yeah. So in any event, I think what you should do is just keep your fucking job, and even though you have to stay there and like you're balled and chained to the job, unfortunately I get that sucks. It sucks that anyone over 35. That sucks because.
Yeah, the ball and chain. And then it's because of the visa as well. Like, I just can't get another job because I don't have a green card, right? Otherwise, would have been partying with you guys more often by now. It's just facts are facts.
Yeah, you're such a talent. I get it, but you're such a talent. I think that getting a green card for you should be pretty easy.
Yeah, you should just marry an American girl. Find yourself American-born Chinese and marry her and get yourself citizenship.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than marrying a Karen.
But in 3 years, you guys are going to be part of the United States anyways.
They're all up in Minnesota picketing right now. So no, it's like no way. No way. I mean, nothing worse than marrying an American girl. No Karens, no more.
American-born Chinese, ABC.
You've got the activist Democrats on the side of the river that I live on. I mean, good God.
Just don't talk politics with her, and you're good.
Yeah, exactly. You just do her. And
you don't have. Yeah, dude, you don't have to talk politics with your wife.
That's the biggest problem with all those Karens is that they haven't been laid enough. Okay, so that's the problem.
I think they get in their own way. I think that their expectations are unrealistic.
I don't know. There was. Repealing the 19th Amendment in the United States is making more and more sense to me, but I shouldn't say that because I know my girlfriend who's right next to me is going to slap me. So I shouldn't say that. But in any event, the 19th Amendment was when women had the right to vote. I don't know what year that was, but it was put in.
So the 19th Amendment?
19th Amendment, yeah. Women have.
By the way, Tracks NYC is against the 19th Amendment.
No, you know what? Timmy, there's a lot of men that are against the 19th Amendment. Okay?
There's a lot of women who are against the 19th Amendment.
There's a few.
See?
I mean, I can argue that the U.S. country started to go downhill when the 19th Amendment was implemented. I can argue that, but I don't want to because everyone has rights.
I thought it was when LMFAO broke up. They were a good pop duo.
Yeah, exactly.
When LMFAO broke up, after that. Up until then, it was pretty fun. Party rock is in the house, and now it's partly rock, and there's no house.
Yeah. So, Timmy, that's the 19th Amendment. You can study that sometime. Yeah, track GMT. Or whatever they track LSD or whatever his name is. So anyway, what's your next watch, Ronald?
I think it's going to be a Panamatic Lunar at 7K. I think that's the one I want. It's unusual. It's very, very beautiful for what it is. It's got that Grand Seiko quality to it. It's you get to experience something insane for the price, and it's my, I like quirky things. It's my quirky style. So I think that one's next. And then after that, I don't know. I'd like to get one more Rolex and then start going to APs.
Okay, that sounds good. What AP, what AP boutique? Would that be the New York AP?
Okay. Check this out. Let me play this clip for you guys. This was Tracks NYC. Listen to this. This is funny. Funny stuff.
They got ripped off, and they always get ripped off.
And it's $900 million or something like that, Rob.
My friend, yeah, they got ripped off. It's just telling them what they want to hear, and it's just that's what communism is, and that's what all of that is. you're on your own. You know, that's really what the Republican and mentality is you got to realize these people aren't coming to help you. It's only the primitive people of the world that are voting for these promises. And that's why they get these dictators, because they believe in the liars. Okay. And this is, again, what I'm saying, I'm about to say is a little bit going to sound crazy, but it needs to be said. Okay. It needs to be said. All right. And there's a lot of super intelligent women out there. You got Candace Owens, who just got her problems. You got Megyn Kelly. You got this and that.
Mental.
You know, when women vote, they vote for the biggest bullshit artist out there that's telling them, you know, empty promises. Okay. All right. And that's, you know, that's what's causing a lot of this. You know, I'm not saying in any way that it's a concern. Okay.
It's a concern.
See, he's saying that it's interesting because the 19th Amendment actually brought about all these safety nets that the United States has that I think are just, in my opinion, are totally bullshit. Okay, so
well,
I'm not gonna.
I think the biggest problem is not the 19th Amendment, none of that stuff. The biggest one, I think, is the it was actually passed under Obama. It's basically the allowance of super PACs. What was that called?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know what you.
The super PAC. So yeah, the Supreme Court allowed it, and it's like unlimited money from anywhere for anybody.
Oh, I got it.
Citizens United versus FEC.
right.
The Citizens United is what basically there's no democracy right now as it stands. It's a pretend democracy.
Okay, I'm not going to agree to
Citizens United.
I'm not going to agree with the no democracy thing, but
it's a joke. The whole voting stuff, dude. People get manipulated into voting this or that. It's all
okay. On this,
those who control the platforms where people listen. This is why all these podcasts like Joe Rogan. All these comedians, they were all bought out. Even Bill Burr, all these guys, because they have this respect. So many people respected these comedians so much. They had millions of viewers, and then what they did, these, you know, the super powerful, ultra wealthy, just bought them out. You know, they bought Bill Burr. Bill Burr is a joke now. He's just a paid shill. Joe Rogan, same thing. They gave him $100 million. You work for us now, and so
I don't know if Joe Rogan's a paid show. He still has Joey Diaz on, and that guy.
They no longer speak for the people, you know, that they represented when they grew their audience. Once they grew their audience, they bought out, and this is how the wealthy interest control the people, right? They let the, you know, certain people to rise through the ranks and kind of speak for the people, and then when they get to certain level where they capture you know, the ears of millions of people, they get bought out, and then they give Joe Rogan $100 million. And how can you blame the guy, right? You can't really blame the guy, right? He was speaking for the people, and then he got $100 million, and now he speaks for these corporations. That's how it works. This is how.
I'm just gonna move on.
And what happens is that people who listen to him, they don't know.
We get it.
They don't know when it happened.
I'm respectfully.
Oh, that's my take. You feel free to disagree.
I'm respectfully disagreeing with you.
That's fine. That's just my opinion.
But dude, I love you dearly.
So around some extreme wealth.
That's how populations. This is how I believe populations are controlled.
You in a helicopter with a Richard Mille, you know. So you got other insight into what goes on.
And speaking of that, Ronald, what Rolex do you think you're going to get? Speaking of Richard Mille, what next Rolex are you thinking of getting?
A GMT Master 2 Pepsi.
Oh, that's a sweet watch. Okay.
Honestly, I don't think you need Pepsi. Like, you got the Batman. You'll be disappointed.
Maybe just go to Sky Dweller 2-tone. Get like a
it's a really big, chunky, unwearable watch. You know what you should consider? Let me show you this. Dude, I think you're gonna really like this. Check this out. A Land Dweller. Now that's a great watch. I think this could add some.
I think I could get along with the Land Dweller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get one, you definitely should
I'll be in a
secure
different
it.
career phase of my life by the time I get that. But if I have my autonomy, then yeah, I can rock the Land Dweller. Sure.
Hey, in the chat, JMB, I do agree with you on that. So we're always on the same page on a lot of things.
I like GMT Master 2s. I mean, that's my favorite Rolex reference by far. By far. I'm not.
Yeah, but the thing is, you already have the Batman. That's the issue.
Yeah. The Batman is great.
You're duplicating a watch with just the change of the bezel.
Well, when one's is out for service, it's like you have two Jaguars, but they have two. But the
okay, all right. Okay, I get it.
You'll get bored. Like, Ronald. The problem is that it'll take away out of the, like, right now you're enjoying the Batgirl, you're loving the watch. If you get the same watch twice, it'll take away from the Batgirl. I think you shouldn't like dilute. All Rolex is already identical. Like, for example, I lost all love for my Rolexes because I have just too fucking many of them. And
it's not that, but you've got
the same watch twice, three times, four times.
You know, it's like you've got too many of the same thing
same
Rolex.
thing. Yeah.
It's like
two Submariners. You have to have bricks in the brain to have two of them. At least, yeah, I can recoup my money. And then, you know what? If they sell you the Pepsi, sure, probably you should just take it. But then, flip it and get something. Get Panorama Luna
Pepsi at retail, right? I'm not gonna buy. Like, I'll go work with the jeweler and start a relationship. So when I get the Panamatic Lunar, I'll get it like used from like for someone. If I have to pay a little bit more, like build a relationship to get the Pepsi. I really like the Sky Dweller though, the two-tone. But beyond that, though, I don't want any more Rolexes. And then I go AP Vampire because it's a cool rock and roll gothic watch. And then after that,
AP Vampire, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
I don't feel like the back of my hand.
The AP Vampire, bring it up, Tim.
Timmy, what the hell?
I never heard of it.
I mean, either. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? I mean, I know AP like the back of my hand. I mean, are you kidding me? It's not it's AP Vampire.
AP Vampire. It's an offshore.
Oh.
Is it with the red highlights?
Yeah.
Why do they call it Vampire?
I don't know, but they call it the Vampire.
Well, this is new terminology in my world. Okay.
Oh yeah, look at this. Vampire. Huh.
Son of a gun.
I guess it looks like Dracula's watch. If Dracula had a wristwatch, it would be him. Yeah.
How big is that? Is that like 44 millimeter?
Yeah, 42.
42. It's nice. Actually, really good size.
And
you know what? Look at the price right now. It's in the gutter. It's actually 6 feet under.
Timmy, who's selling that?
That's collectors. I can get it for you tomorrow if you want one of these. 21,000 with the bank wire. You can save $1,000.
You probably get it down to 18 because they probably paid 16, 15, 16.
This was probably $50,000 when the high.
Probably in the 30s. Tim.
They're probably in the 30s. Yeah, I'd say the 30s.
Do you like so Ron? You like the date window with the Rolex? What is it with the Rolex?
I do like the Cyclops lens. Yes.
Cyclops. Okay.
Lenses.
Okay. All right.
Big fan. I use that feature very often.
Vampire, son of a gun. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's there's some really shitty looking APs, but this one is nice.
Guys, you wear that with your Judas Priest t-shirt and your Metallica t-shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could see it. Ronald, this is 100% you. But maybe
in all honesty, too, if you wanted to sell this watch at $20,000 or buy it for 19, you can probably sell it for around that. You probably won't lose that much money either.
No,
because I think this is as low as it goes. When do they make that? When do they make that? When do they make that? Like they don't make them now.
Now the other alternative could be getting one of those offshores, but in blue. So just like the Vampire, but the blue Vampire, to match the BMW, the Beamer, and the Batgirl. With that, what do you think
Batgirl
about
already
that?
matches the BMW. I got to get the Vampire.
The Vampire.
Yeah,
fair enough. There's also the Bumblebee. This is the Bumblebee. Oh my God, the Bumblebee is really cheap. Wow.
How much is the Bumblebee? I can't see that.
Huh?
Hold on, someone says coming
How
over.
much do they want for the Bumblebee? I can't see that on the screen.
Guys, I've
Can't
got
see
some
it?
company. I'm gonna bounce. Tim,
Enjoy.
Ronald,
podcast.
enjoy.
Enjoy.
Take care. Thank you for hopping on, giving
But
us a little
anyway,
update.
I'm staying. So wish me luck with the border.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Just I would somehow apply for a green card.
Well, I got a lot of things to figure out, guys. But anyway,
Marry an American girl.
Oh, no, that's a disaster, Timmy.
But like
That's a
Asian
disaster.
American that has true.
You'll have
has
sex
true
once every
figure it out,
5
guys.
You'll have
I'll
sex
figure it
once
out.
every 5 years. She'll be going up
family
to
values. Christian,
If
go
Canada
to
comes
church.
back
You should
in
just
3
go to
years,
church.
I don't mind going back to Canada. I'm just waiting for either it's going to become Argentina or this is going to be the worst year on record for Canada. So
Are you
we'll
religious,
see.
Ronald, in any way?
Am I what?
Are you religious?
I do a course in miracles, but like for other doctrines with idols, not really. No.
Okay, but you could just pretend. You know the Christian theology and stuff.
Oh God.
Oh,
Shoot.
no.
No, because you can go to a Chinese church and find a nice, humble
God. Oh,
Chinese
God.
girl.
Oh God.
All right.
They're
Well,
looking for like handsome white guys. They really like handsome white guys.
They prefer white guys over their own race.
They do. They really do. They want to
Alright.
have the
let me sort of
beautiful
promote things
babies.
first, right? Let me figure out to get my autonomy back here, guys, for networking. But yeah, go. Sorry, what's his name? Pine.
Humble Pine.
Shout out to the Pine.
I will hit you up very, very soon, and I wish you guys the best. But I'll be back online sooner than later this time. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next one.
It sounds
All right.
good.
All right.
right.
Take care,
Take care.
Ronald.
Have fun.
Here.
All right.
Oh, I'm glad he's back because I was worried I'm not gonna be able to.
I actually love him.
To have a
he's
beer
good
with
guy.
him.
He's a good guy. He's
Yeah.
really a good guy. I think personally, I don't care where he works. Unfortunately, he's a ball and chain there, which is bad. But he can live an hour away. There's no traffic out there. You can drive 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour with that BMW he has on I-85. It's all farmland, pretty much. I mean, you're going through all these Dutch, colonial farm country. Some even Amish. I remember going with my daughter. I took my daughter to Hershey Park, and we went into a Walmart to get her like toothpaste because she didn't have toothpaste for the travel. We went to Walmart, and it was everyone there was Amish. It was cool. They had
You should maybe go into the Amish community.
Oh
become
no, then
Amish.
you'd be in a horse and buggy the whole time.
Yeah, what's wrong with
No,
that?
I'm
Good.
just kidding on that. But they were Amish.
Yeah.
Literally, they had the gear on. They had all the gear. It's pretty cool.
The
So my
Amish
dad-
actually, they're such happy people.
Have-
They're
and
they're living according to
self-sustaining people. Self-sustaining. You know,
exactly. They don't have no plastic, microplastic.
they actually
their
for
stuff.
Pennsylvania I mean, you're not going to like this comment, but I'm just going to bring, they brought President Trump over the hump over Harris because Elon Musk brought them to the polls, and they ended up voting. They ended up voting for Donald Trump, and it helped him win Pennsylvania. That's like
they're very traditional. So
very
conservative. They're ultra conservative.
and very self whatever. So I'm totally self-sustaining, and they just want to live off the land, and they just want to be left alone. There's something to be said about all of that. Okay,
they know that eventually all this technology stuff, that's just temporary. We're gonna run out of the parts to make.
Yeah, doesn't PG? No, is it PG? Yeah, PG.
There's only so much natural resources, you understand, out there, right?
Yeah, I think we'll always find, as a human being, we'll always find new ones.
No, we're just gonna turn over all the topsoil, and then we'll be screwed.
Okay, all right.
Dude, think about it. There's only so much that we could work with topsoil, and the more we like. Okay, have you ever played with Legos?
Unfortunately or fortunately, yes, I have.
Okay, this is the same. Like, imagine Earth is like a Lego set. Okay, and my brother had like 50 Lego sets.
That's why he probably
you know how those Lego sets look right now.
That's why he probably went to Cornell.
They were all in the box, all the parts.
Yeah.
They're all taken apart, and they're all in like a big box. And there's a 50 Lego sets. You will never be able to put those Lego sets back together into the sets that they represent. You understand? Because each, like, you take the Lego
I agree
set,
with that. I agree.
This is how the Earth is, right? It's like Legos. You take out these, and they come as prepackaged, and then you put it together, and then with this, it's kind of like an iPhone. When they make an iPhone, right? They take the minerals out of the earth, then they make them into the iPhone. But once this is done, it's like it's hard to make anything else. Like, yeah, they'll recycle some of it, but a lot of the stuff in here can never be turned into anything ever again. So eventually and because the way they're making iPhones, they don't give a fuck about sustainability. Like, they're making these iPhones as disposable garbage because they're just thinking about the profit margin. They're not making them as repairable. The Amish figure it out. They're like, hey, we're gonna use everything they do is recyclable. The horses, all the houses made all.
There's something to be said about all that. Everything's naturally organic. Okay?
Yeah,
everything. Okay.
There's no ultra processed food.
No, that's
exactly
right. Exactly right.
And they work with their hands.
Yes. That's why
they build something to be proud of.
No, I agree. They're very. It's that little pocket, and doesn't PK or PG no PG doesn't he like an accountant for these guys? And
yes. And by the way, they're riding horse and buggies. These people are multi-millionaires.
Oh, the land
they have hundreds of millions in the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. They live in the wooden shack.
Yeah.
But they're multi-millionaires.
Yeah, it's something to be said about
incredible wealth. And,
I agree.
But then they don't use it. For them, see, they understand that money is power. Having this wealth allows them to keep their lifestyle the way it is, because with that wealth, they could put people in power. See, they're very smart about it's all about politics, right? Money allows you to decide who is representative for your people in the region, and they're able to put. They didn't even have to spend their own money to go to the polls. They got Elon Musk to pay for that.
Elon Musk.
Very clever. They didn't spend their money.
They bust them in, and they all voted. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it's a pretty genius idea. All that stuff's all genius. But anyway, let's I don't know. We're getting close to 7 o'clock.
We're done. Look, I was hoping to do a 15-minute live stream today because there's really not much to say except that
what's your schedule?
This is the greatest Speedmaster ever created.
Ever.
Historically.
3, 2, 1, I'd put up there too, but this is pretty damn nice.
Unfortunately, it's a bit of a ripoff of the Le Mans. But
you know what? Fuck it. This is a nice watch. Period. Move on. It's a nice watch. Yeah. Hey, what's your schedule this week? So I'm hanging out in Miami at my place, and then Thursday I'm going to Georgia to play golf for Friday, Saturday, Sunday with the boys, and then I'm back.
Yeah, Thursday I'm going to London, so there might be no shows for a whole week. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. We'll fine.
See. I'll bring my computer. I'll try to do streams from London and stuff. And on the same hours, maybe keep them super ultra short, maybe about an hour a day for the next week whilst I'm on the trip. Other than that, there's no plans. I don't have plans for anything. I'm kind of
okay. All right. Well, Thursday I'm gone to Georgia. I don't know if I'm bringing my girlfriend or not. It all depends if they bring their wives. So if they don't bring their wives, my girlfriend doesn't show because I don't want her to be the only chick with all of my savage guys. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's it. I think we're done. We're done. Happy Speedy Day. Happy Speedy Tuesday.
To the watch community. No, not be selling my Speedmaster that the community has put their money together and gifted me for the service in order to upgrade it to this new fancier version. I'm fine. Dude, this is the greatest watch, the greatest Speedy that I own, and I never need another Speedy ever again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow.
Take care, everybody.
Maybe not. Who knows? It's very hard.
Hard. Take care, Timmy.
Take care, Tim G.